Hello, hello, and welcome back to Wheel of Games, where today we're going to be playing more Zombicide. This is one that hasn't come up yet on the wheel. I think we've only done the introductory tutorial so far, and this is probably the game that I've got the most expansions for. So definitely hoping we get to play a lot more of this as we go through. So today we're going to be playing the second mission. I've already done a lot of the setup. I'm going to try to streamline things a little bit. So I've already randomly chosen who we're going to be playing with and set up most of the board state already. This is mission number 1, the city blocks. Okay, Aurora. There you go. Medium, it says 45 minutes. I'm sure it'll take me at least twice that. Our shelter is safe for now. Unfortunately, our food supplies won't last long. We also need some clothes, equipment, and supplies. We've decided to arm ourselves and go explore the surrounding houses. We cannot come back empty-handed. So this one is using all 9 of the different board tiles. Let's see, I've managed to fit most of it on the camera. The only parts you can't see are the parts that Aurora is standing on right now, which is really just there's a street above the buildings on the northern side, and there's like one room that you can't see. And that's also where the exit to the map is located. It's pretty much one room in the building you can't see up there, and then there's just a street behind the buildings that you can see. This side, because it has rooms we're going to have to go into more often, I figured it was more important. Let's go through the rest of the setup. So our objectives: find supplies for the shelter. First, you must meet both of the following objectives. First, you must get 1 objective token with each survivor. The game is lost if this objective can no longer be met, so one survivor can't be greedy and get more objectives for experience points. There are 9 objectives. There is 1 on each one of the different map tiles. They sort of blend in, but not too much. These red tokens are the objective markers. The yellow tokens are the pimp weapon crates, which hold some kind of strong weapon inside of them. So each tile has 1 of each, including our starting tile. We're all starting in the little shelter single room in the middle of the board, and there is 1 objective and 1 pimp weapon crate in there. Looks like for the characters. There. Now we can just see them on the main camera. I've also got a side camera trying to keep some kind of state, because there just wasn't enough room to keep everyone on the board at the same time. Second objective. We must collect 3 food cards, distributed in any way among the survivors. So examples of food cards are the bag of rice, canned food, or water. So this is going to be a heavy searching mission. After you have done those 2 things, you must reach the exit space with all survivors. Any survivor may escape through this zone at the end of their turn, as long as there are no zombies in it. So the exit zone is on this street. There are 2 special rules. The first one is doing our part. Each objective gives 5 adrenaline points to the survivor who takes it. Adrenaline points AP is basically XP. It's the how they get their level ups and increase the adrenaline level. Yep, the tokens go on their dashboard. They don't take up space in the inventory, can't be traded. Second one, Finders Keepers. Each pimp weapon crate gives a random pimp weapon among those still available to the survivor who takes it. They can then reorganize their inventory for free. So, 9 objectives to collect, and they're basically forcing us to scatter out and separate. Maybe we can go in pairs or something to look after each other. But everyone has to collect 1, so we've got to scour this map. Yeah, normally an objective token is worth 5 experience there, so I suppose that's a reminder. So we need to do a bunch of searching. I don't think anything is going to start on this board zombie-wise. For the most part, I'm going to be relying on the last episode we did, where we went in depth over the rules and all of the introduction stuff. So I'm mostly going to be just repeating rules as they become relevant. Maybe looking some stuff up as well. Let's see, other things. Yes, so who we have randomly selected for this mission. And let's see, the first player token goes to whoever had the fire axe. So just going in the order that I dealt them out is Odin. Odin is a kid, by that symbol in the top right corner. So they start with 2 health, but they automatically get 1 use of the skill Slippery each turn, which allows them to leave a space with zombies without having to use extra movement points. Normally zombies interfere with your ability to move out of the way. Kids get 1 use of Slippery per turn for free. Then we've got Bunny G, who I remember we had last time. His basic skill is Lucky, so he can, once per action, re-roll the dice. Then we've got Doug. So Doug's special starting ability is Matching Set. So whenever he encounters a weapon that can be dual-wielded, like the pistol that he started with, he automatically draws a second one. This can happen the initial starting one as well as when he searches later on. So if he draws a pistol or an SMG or something, you can search the deck for another copy of the same thing, and you get the second one for free. Okay, next up is Josh. Josh's special ability is that he is truly slippery, so unlike the kids, he's not limited to using it once per turn. He can just run through a whole set of zombies. Fifth up on my list is Lily, with 2 eyes. And her special base ability is Extra Max Range, so she can shoot from farther away. And the last one, who I definitely remember we didn't have last time, is Wanda. She has the regular action to sprint, meaning that for 1 action she can move 2 or 3 spaces instead of just 1 space. And of the last 3, Josh got the fire axe, so Josh ends up going first. Lily got the baseball bat, which is a melee weapon without other bonuses. And Wanda has the crowbar, which is a silent weapon that can open doors as well. So fire axe loudly opens doors, crowbar quietly opens doors. That's going to be relevant because every door starts closed, and basically we're already in the zombie apocalypse. Every door has been barricaded at this point, so you have to break them open to get inside. So those 2 characters are going to be vital, or at least those 2 equipment cards are going to be vital to opening things up for people to go in. It also suggests, since we have 2 ways to open doors, that we should divide into 2 packs of 3. That way each one as a group will be able to open a door and they can watch each other's backs. It says that if in the manual, something I may have skipped over last time, if a player ends up controlling more than 1 character, like say you've got 2 players each controlling 3 characters, then the rulebook says that each one of the players can activate their set of characters in any order. So if we extrapolate from that rule, we could argue that each round I could control them in any order. That's an option. Maybe as things get more difficult, like in later scenarios, I might allow myself that freedom. I'm just sticking with, I'm going to go through them in order, and after each round, the first player marker just moves on to the next person, and so forth. So I'm going to play it as though I am 6 different people, but I think that the rules give me the option to play the characters in any order. Counting all of that, I believe we are ready to start. Just to make sure, because we are starting in this building that has closed doors in it, and now I understand why the player with the fire axe goes first. That way they can guarantee that you can get out of your starting building if they start you like this. Would have been silly if we'd started with, say, Odin, and we'd been locked inside for 3 player turns, unable to do anything. Josh is our first player, who is in the orange. Hopefully, it's a very thin circle around everybody, but they do all have their colors. Hopefully that's showing up. So Josh is going first. Josh being very mobile. I want to save the objective token that's in the middle for someone who's unlikely to get a lot of kills. Honestly, Josh might be the person who's least likely to get kills. He's slippery. I want him to get in and out, probably doing as many search actions to find like food and stuff. I don't have a search specialist, sadly. That's one of the other characters. So Josh, out of his 3 actions, first action, we are going to open that door. So he's going to start going south. Because the exit's on the north side of the board, I want to try to clear this out so I don't have to spend any time and go north as we go through the scenario. So bash open a door. We had to bash out of our own hideaway. Guess we've really barricaded everything. And we put 1 noise token because this is a loud operation. So movement is fairly expensive in this game. So we'll move him to there. And I actually could just immediately open the next door right away, because this is one space across the two. If I open the first door, we'll get our first zombies spawned, but we can also have them start coming out towards us and maybe start working on them next turn. If this first, if the first rooms were dark, where zombies would be spawning there, I wouldn't do it. But since we're still in the blue zone, meaning that for each card we'll be taking, each zombie spawning card, we'll be taking the easiest option. It's less likely that we're going to get ambushes or bonus zombie actions if those things pop up. You know, if that's the case, maybe I should try to just bust open every door before anybody levels up. That way we have, like, every spawn possible. Actually, everything else has 2 darkened rooms. Yeah, that is one building. 2 darkened rooms or 1 darkened room. This is the only one with 4. So this is the only one I really think I have to open when it's easier. So yeah, no, this makes sense. Just take 3 actions, carve a path, open door, move, open door. He's used his fire axe twice. So now that we have opened this building up, we have to spawn 4 sets of zombies. Let's see. It also says that, it recommends that you spawn from the farthest towards yourself. I like to do that as well. It makes it easier to keep track of things. So we'll start with this room and go in. So our first spawn of the game are fatties, and we've got 2 of them in this back room. Even on blue. Would have been 3 or 4 the further up we'd go. Next room over with an objective is 1 fatty. If I get another fatty in a row, I need to work on my shuffling again. I need to work on my shuffling again. 3 fatties even on the blue. And I don't have any weapons that can even deal with fatties right now. I'm going to have to grab those pimp weapon crates to find a really strong weapon. Because these fatties, you need something with lethality 2, and the only thing that fits that bill right now is the fire axe. None of our ranged weapons are good enough, and this is a horde of fatties. 1 more. Oh, cool. It would have been an abomination, but because we've gotten there on the blue, it's nothing. We just get a reprieve. Fatty, fatty, fatty abomination. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So I've popped the southern building, and now I don't want to go in there. It would have been worse, though, if it was a higher adrenaline level. You use the color associated with whichever one of your characters has the most ability points. So since we're all still blue right now, we've got the easiest option. As soon as someone gets up to yellow, every spawn becomes tougher. Now it is time for our zombie phase. This doesn't happen until every player has gone. Whew, thank goodness. Because the last game I played was Deep Rock Galactic, I almost spawned all of the zombies after every player's turn, which would be far more difficult than the game I think is intended to be. 6 times the zombies, yeah. Because in Deep Rock Galactic, after one of the dwarves go, the cave event activates, and then all of the different creatures and monsters may spawn or activate each turn. It's balanced a bit differently. In this game, all 6 of the players go, then you get 1 zombie phase. So I was worried, because yeah, you only get 1 movement point per activation. It just balances differently. I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic more recently, so zombies don't move yet. We get to keep going. So Lilith, or no, not Lilith, just Lily 2 Eyes, is the red base. She goes next. She wants a gun because she has bonus max range. So the first thing we're going to do is, we want to reorganize first. Because she's got a good max range, I may want to have her draw a pimp weapon crate instead, because if she gets something really good, she doesn't need to take the gun from Odin. So, interacting with a pimp weapon crate, the rules say it's not a search action. Instead, it's like taking one of the objective tokens. It's a different type of action, which is important because you can only take one search action per turn. So she is going to interact with the pimp weapon crate. That goes off the board. And we get to draw something from the red deck, the fancy weapon deck. And she has picked up, well, it's a nice melee weapon, but it's a melee weapon. The Golden Kukri. We actually had this last time as well. So melee range, 4 dice, you need a 4+ to hit, and it has lethality of 2. This is a great weapon against fatties. But yeah, I want to go first after they've, say, moved a little bit closer and try to take out as many as I can. But it's a great weapon. So Lily has picked that up. It's now on her board. Now she can do a reorganize action because she really wants a ranged weapon. And Odin really, really wants that Kukri. Yeah, nothing that the Kukri could be dual-wielded with. Don't think there's doubles on that. But now they each have swapped. Maybe she could swap with Bunny G, who also wants a melee weapon, because it's reorganized trade. Is it one? Are they all separate actions? The survivor can reorganize in their inventory with one other survivor in the same zone. The other survivor can reorganize for free. So it would be 2 different trade actions to trade the Kukri to Odin and then trade the baseball bat with Bunny G. But after this, she'll be able to dual wield the pistols. And she'll have additional range. So now I've got 2 dual wielding ranged weapon users, 1 really strong melee weapon user. So Lily didn't get to leave the room on this turn, but she has made the team a lot stronger. Her turn ends. She didn't do any searching things. Now it is Wanda's turn. Wanda can sprint. Wanda can move really fast. She can move all the way up to 3 spaces as long as there aren't any zombies to stop her. So she could move... Oh yeah, she also has the crowbar, the other weapon, so if we're doing like splitting up kind of things, she needs to be at the other building. So since we've already opened this south building, I think we also want to try to open this south building if we can, and that way all the new stuff in the south is just going to be coming from this spawn zone. So she can... Sprint allows you to move 2 or 3. I want to make sure the or 3 is correct. One action, they may move 2 or 3 zones instead of 1. So, because she's basically on her roller skates is the explanation for this. 1, 2... Oh, no, there's no door there, but there is a door there. It's a little bit close to a spawning zone for my comfort, but we're about to open a door and spawn more zombies anyway. Okay, so that was 1 move. Now she's going to use her crowbar to silently open the door, and we get to bash open another set of spawns. So we have 2 to spawn. They're equal distance, so let's just go with the far one first with the pimp weapon crate. And we've got a walker rush. So spawn, then activate, and because it's blue, it's only 1 walker. So these rushes can happen, and you just instantly get things that you need to deal with. So it spawns and it immediately gets an activation, so it just moves 1 space closer to Wanda. And for the other space, we have just walkers. 3 of them. And this set do not get a free activation. So 1, 2, 3. I think you can at least see the rings around them. And because they're yellow, they definitely stand out from the zombies, even if the zombies don't stand out from each other all that much. And she has 1 action left. She does have a crowbar, though. I could move her towards the next building. I mentioned earlier the strategy of just trying to pop open as many as I can while everything is still spawning low. And also if I move her, say, towards opening this building, then she's farther from the zombie spawns and the zombies who have spawned. So I can move her 2 spaces using her sprint ability, and she can start next turn by opening this room. Okay, now that Wanda has finished her turn, Odin goes. Odin has a very strong weapon now with that Kukri, And he rolls 4 dice, but his ability gives him an extra die in melee combat. So he actually gets to roll 5 dice. Each one has a 50% chance of killing. This is someone who has one of the best shots at killing these fatties. Really the only shots. It's him and Fire Axe Josh right now. So the only thing I'm worried about is if the fatties somehow get a double activation. I'm not going to be opening any more doors, so there's no more chance of like pulling a fatty rush or something like all fatties activate out of spawning a room. So as long as I don't open any more doors, I don't have to worry about any of that. The only thing I have to worry about is like a double activation. Because we are still going to be, let's see, the zombies activate and then we spawn. So the zombies are going to be there with Josh and then they're all going to activate. So if Josh just gets attacked by 3 of them, he'll just be dead. So I at least need to move other people with him in case I get really unlucky, that I can spread the damage out across them, is the best thing I can think of for that. But I really don't want Odin in danger here. Josh is already in danger though, and the only other people I've really got here that can do stuff, yeah, Doug doesn't have enough lethality for this, and Bunny G's got a baseball bat, which can't help. And he's also only got the 2 health. Yeah, let's move him there. In the ideal scenario, he'll be able to just not have to waste an action. He can just be slashing at the fatties. And if I get a really unlucky double activation from the fatties somehow, we can spread the damage across, the 3 damage across them, and they will each survive, albeit wounded. I might as well search first, because the search may spawn a zombie. It may move the fatties further out as well. No, I don't think it can do that kind of spawn. I can just, one of the cards that's in the blue deck is a surprise zombie instead of an equipment or something. But yeah, I mean, one of my main goals here is finding the food, so if I find myself with not enough things to do, searching is always a good option. So first action is going to be the search. Plenty of shells. You may re-roll all attacks with weapons that use shotgun shells once. The new result takes the place of the previous one, and may be used from the backpack. So it doesn't have to be in one of their 2 hand slots. I think they have up to 3 backpack slots that they can just hold stuff in. So Odin will be carrying this, but right now nobody has a weapon that uses that kind of ammo, so I would trade it to somebody, but nobody's got it right now. So I can do that, I can move, and then I can do nothing. We're back after the emergency vehicles have passed. I noticed that my sound settings were a bit off, so hopefully any background hums will stop getting picked up now. And of course, now that I'm playing again, Aurora has come back. Okay, we were in the middle of Odin's turn. He had just finished searching, and he got extra ammo that no one can use just yet. That's why I moved the wrong person out of the... I moved red instead of yellow. That's what I had messed up. I knew I had to fix something. So yeah, Odin is the yellow. I accidentally moved Lily, who spent her entire turn inside of the room. Okay, Odin moved out, and he's the last one that I have nothing that I can realistically have him do, so his third action is just going to be, now we're on to Bunny G, who has a baseball bat, and I think... Oops. At least she didn't change the camera angle when she hit. Why do you like to do laps around the board? Okay, only knocked over a few zombies there. Okay, Bunny G, just gonna do 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. No, I see you, you're trying to do it again. Okay, he's gonna help Wanda over there, and hopefully very few zombie land. After him, the last one who's gonna be moving is Doug, who is our purple player today. And we're also going to have him move over to help Wanda and Bunny G on the other side. He's got lots of weapons, but he's not very good at dealing with what's coming out of that building. He would be very good at dealing with what's in that building, though. Maybe I could have him try to solo that area. Or maybe next. Let's see what's going to start coming out of here. So he also moves 3 to there. And that has finished our first player turn. Now it is time to go to the zombie. Are you done? Nope. Is it time for another lap? You go around to the back of the board and then walk back up to me. He's just staring me down. Yeah, I realized that I had started doing the zombie activation phase. I left the fatties up where I had moved them after Josh had gone, and I thought I need to do an activation phase. So the fatties have been in the wrong position since Josh's turn, but that's fine. Now they have activated and moved up to where they're supposed to be. The walkers each move 1 space closer to all of us. Now the zombie activations are done. It's time to zombie spawn. So our first zombie spawn area is over here. And clockwise going around, we've got 2 and 3. Up in the top corner, there's no zombie spawn, just an exit. So at least a little bit of relief on that side. For each one of these different regions, one at a time, our first one is runners. And because we are still in the blue phase, we get 0 of them. That's a nice card. Now, up in the northeast, we've got another fatty blue one. She's coming back. And down on the south side, close to our characters, we've got, a walker rush, and this is a big one. So we've got 6. Yeah, this is a nastier one of the cards. So we have to spawn 6 walkers, and then those walkers activate. I believe the rush cards are only for the ones we just put on the board. So we suddenly have a horde out of nowhere. I'll put them onto the board first, and then we'll activate and push them forward. I suppose I should check the rules on that rush card, just to make sure it's only the ones we just activated. Yeah, only the zombies placed by the card get the bonus activation. So these 6 move right up and join the one that came out of the building, and now we've got 7 zombies. Now our people with low lethality weapons have something to do. That's it for our zombie phase. Attack, move, and then spawn. End phase. All noise tokens go off the board. That wasn't much of an issue. All the zombies could see somebody, or it was very clear which direction they needed to go. And the first player token moves to the next one in sequence. I've just got it sitting next to them. That's not actually on the board. Okay, so this time Lily goes first. She's got the max range improvements, but unfortunately she can only move up to there. And then she could take a shot with her dual pistols, but the pistols only roll 1 die apiece. So the zombies would likely catch up to her, especially if we're opening more rooms. Normally I'd like to open that first to get more information and deal with any spawns before putting people in danger. So realistically, I can move her out of the building, and that's pretty much it. I can move her here, take 1 shot, or I could move her up there with all of the others, but she wouldn't be able to do anything this turn. When in doubt about what you can do on a turn, and she can't open the door, she only has guns. Search, and then move out, I think. So we'll do a search. Even if she gets surprised by a zombie, she'll have enough actions to shoot it. Oh, this time we've got plenty of bullets, and these appear to be the pistol cartridge kind. So you may re-roll all attacks with this kind of ammo weapons once. The new result takes the place of the previous one. So now, because she has that, she can re-roll. I assume it's all of the dice, because if you attack with 2 pistols, it's still effectively 1 attack with 2 dice at that point. So I could re-roll the entire attack. I don't think I could re-roll just 1 of the dice, because you could argue that that's 1 weapon. But I feel in the nature of the game that it's I'd have to re-roll both dice. Still, that's good. Now she's more effective, and I still don't have any food. Okay, but now we want to get her out of the building. I could leave her, like, safety in numbers there. That way she's not in the direct path of the zombies as the zombies start to move forward. I think that's a good compromise. having people together is a larger blob of hit points that we can share with each other. Next up is Wanda. Wanda got in position to open a door. Now we are going to open that door with her crowbar. Bash it open. I know I've got a lot of zombies on the board, but as soon as I start killing them, I'm going to start leveling up and the cards will get more difficult. This might be the last one I open at this stage. That's basically half the buildings we'll have gotten the southeast side. Okay, so one dark room, one spawn. And it's a walker rush. Of course it's a walker rush. So 4 regular walkers spawn and then immediately take a step forward. So it's like they spawned in the light room. At least I didn't open from the other door or they'd be on top of us already. So 4 spawn and then immediately move forward. Now she can sprint, she's a fast mover, but she doesn't have a particularly strong weapon. 1 die that hits on a 4+, only lethality 1. Let's see, everyone who's over... No, Doug. Doug is the one I want shooting into that building because he's got multiple pistols that he can fire multiple times. It sucks that he's the last person in the activation order between that set of people, and I can't have, say, Bunny G go in and loot all the stuff that's in the room. Again, I'm finding out that not giving myself the option to play in any order is definitely making life more difficult. But I'm not going to switch over that. I said at the beginning, I'm going to do it this way. So Wanda still has 2 actions left. I could move her back into the room and have her search, which is not terrible. It's a waste if somebody has to go back and save her, though. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. She can sprint. She moves fast. And search. So another blue card. She's got, hey, our first food. She's got bag of rice. And it actually does have a use. You can discard it to gain 3 AP, basically like a double move. If I find myself with excess food by the end, then that's something I can use it for. So now she opened a door, moved, and searched. She's done. Okay, it is Odin's turn. We can start trying to cut down these zombies, or the fatties that are in our way. So first up, he moves into the room with the 3 of them. Now he's got a very strong weapon and a bonus. So it would normally be 4 dice, he's up to 5 because of his special ability. And he will kill on a 4+, so each die has a 50% chance of wounding. Fatties don't have any extra experience, right? You just need to have lethality to do it. Okay, so he could kill them all. And he did. He's got a 6, a 6, and a 5. The 2 3s we don't need. He chopped down all 3, and he gains 3 experience. I remember not liking those trackers, but I don't have good substitutes right now. So, up to 3. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay, he has moved. Let's see, what do I want him to do now? Right now, the fatties are 1 space away. If I move him to the objective in the back of the room, granted, that's going to put him up to yellow as soon as he picks it up, and then next turn he can go in and kill the rest of them, I guess. He moved, he attacked, and then he can go through that doorway with 1 move to get into the room with an objective marker. Okay, Odin is done. Odin had a good turn. Now it is Bunny's turn, and Bunny is lucky. The baseball bat has 2 dice, and it hits on a 3+, so it's a better weapon than the crowbar is. But if he's in the building with all of the zombies, then Doug is going to end up shooting him. When you're shooting into a space with other survivors in it, any miss is automatically assigned to survivors in that space. So we don't want Bunny to be still in that space when Doug's turn comes around. But because Bunny is a child and therefore gets 1 use of Slippery per turn, I can move Bunny in, have Bunny attack once, and then move Bunny back out with Doug to safety. So we're going to get in there. We're making 1 attack with only 2 dice, and it will hit on a 3+. So let's thin them out before Doug has to shoot everyone. Ooh, we got a 3 and a 5, and that means we have knocked out 2 walkers and gained 2, I'm still going to call him experience. He's up to a 2. Okay, and now because he's slippery, he doesn't have to use extra movement points to get out of a space with the zombies. So he gets his 1 use for the turn, and he's back out of danger. Bunny's turn ends. Doug's turn is up. Doug is going to shoot. So he's got the dual pistols, which means as long as he's attacking the same space, he can attack with both weapons. So it's 2 dice. Hits on a 3+. This is a loud attack. 2 dice. And I guess we're making 2 noise because it's 2 weapons. I don't think the noise is going to be a factor, but just keeping track of it. Oh, we got 2 2s, so he missed with both pistols. Okay, second action, we're doing the same thing again. We got a 2 and a 6, so we've hit 1 zombie and gotten an experience. Let's just finish out the turn. Shoots with the pistols 1 more time. Get that last guy out of the way. Oh, and a 6 and a 5. Okay, he easily kills the last zombie. Took his entire turn shooting, but he got it, and that means he also gets 2 action, adrenaline points, experience points, whatever. So he's doing okay. That was all of his actions, and now Josh goes. Josh is at the end of the round this time, but he only has a fire axe, which only rolls 1 die. I can have him move inside, collect the pimp weapon crate, and then basically move to safety with Odin. I'm very leery of leaving someone only 1 space away from the zombies. It takes you more action points to do things, but it keeps you safer because I'm worried about those rushes. Like 1 fatty rush with 3 fatties, and you've lost the game because one of the survivors you needed to get out. It's low odds, but what happens is terrible. So we're going to move him into the building. He'll collect the pimp weapon crate. Maybe we can get him a really nice melee weapon as well. Or even ranged. He'd be happy with ranged. So he collects a pimp weapon crate, and his fancy weapon is going to be Ma's shotgun. So Ma's shotgun uses shells, so he can use the thing Odin picked up earlier, and he's right next to Odin. So it has 2 different attack modes. There aren't many like this. Let's give this the big... There we go. Okay, so the top is its ranged attack mode. It can only really shoot in its space and next to it for 2 dice, 3+, lethality of 2, noisy. Or if you're simply attacking the space that you're in, you can use the machete part of it and attack with 1 die, kills on a 3+. And it also has the reload feature down on the bottom. Those guns, if you want to attack with them twice, you have to spend your second action reloading, and then your third action can be another shot. Reload guns tend to be strong, but have that major drawback on them. So Josh has that to go with his fire axe. Okay, I can't open doors, though, Ma's shotgun. So we've still got the fire axe to open those doors for us. Okay, and we can see that on the side. So now he could use Ma's shotgun. Instead of moving over to Odin, he can stand where he is and shoot at the fatties. But he still could just die if he misses and they get a rush. The odds are low, but I'm not taking the chance. Last action is to move into the space with Odin, so he's hopefully a safe distance away from the fatties. And that is the end of our player phase. So now it is time for the zombies to activate. Okay. I suppose technically it's equal distance, so they're going to split. And then whichever way I choose for the extra. This horde of walkers sees someone very close, so they go there. If they had any other actions, maybe they would split between those 2. This set of walkers comes out of the building. And this fatty moves up 1. Okay, oh, they're stuck together, holding hands. There. Okay, now that they've all activated, it's time to spawn more zombies. So our first space is another walker rush. So 3 walkers. We're still in the blue phase. I shuffled it after I got all those fatties in a row. Oh, okay, so they spawn there and immediately move forward a space. Now, behind the fatty, we've got runners. 2 runners. Yep, I don't need to show every time. So 2 runners spawn. And down in the south, we have 2 more runners spawning. It's not super clear that that's a runner. I don't like that specific mini. Yeah, this is clearly a runner. I didn't mix them up at any point. This one just, this particular one just isn't in as much of a running posture as the other ones are. So I could easily mistake him for a walker. So all 3 of them have spawned. We've now got runners on the board. Okay, plenty of zombies out now. And cleanup phase, the noise tokens go away. And Wanda gets the first player token. Now Wanda goes first, and Wanda is inside of the safe house again. Yeah, running into the horde of zombies is not a good idea. Well, she currently has nothing. She can do a search and then, yeah, do a search. She still doesn't have a good weapon, unfortunately. Oh, but she got a, See? Place a walker in the zone, then discard this card. Now she has something that she can fight. Okay. So she's got her crowbar, 1 die, kills it on a 4+. Yeah, if she doesn't get it, she's going to have a major problem. She's not slippery, and so someone else would have to come in and save her. Or, 2 rolls, she should make it. If not, she can suffer with 1 wound. So yeah, we have to go for it. We don't have the throughput with weapons for other people to come save her right now. Okay, 6. She crowbarred the zombie to death. And she gets 1 experience after all that. And then, because she's probably not going to be killing too much stuff with what she's got right now, she is going to collect the first objective marker, which gives her 6 experience, or a total of 6 experience after that 1 she just got. So she is still within the blue section. So she moved. No, she was there. She searched, she killed, and now she claimed an objective, which is not a search action. So it's okay. Okay, her turn ends. We're over to Odin now. Odin has some nice shotgun shells, but he really just wants to kill those zombies. Move 1 over and kill, because he may need 2 attacks if he gets really unlucky. And focus on killing zombies and then searching if you can. So, thanks to his bonus, he's got the 5 dice, kills on a 4+. And he's got 3 5s, and that's more than enough. So he's eliminated those fatties. So he goes up from 3 to 5 experience now. And we're going to be up to yellow pretty soon with him doing the way he has. He's already got a pimp weapon. I think I'll move him back to the space he was in. That way he's with Josh. And then Josh's turn, Josh can get the fancy ammo and then take a really good shot at the remaining fatty indoors. So Odin is done. Now it's Bunny G, who is lucky and slippery. He could run into the horde, take a shot with the baseball bat, and run back out, because they both have pistols that they can finish off what's in the horde. So do I run him in and then back out? Or he has 2 experience. So if he collects the objective, that's going to bump us up to the next level of spawns. So yeah, we're going to run him in. He takes his shot. His bat gives us 2 dice with a 3+. It's a decent melee weapon. See if he can kill a couple. Ooh, double 6s. Okay. He has eliminated 2 more walkers, and he's up to 4 now. He's slippery. We're going to just send him right back over with Doug. Now Doug's turn. Doug is going to take his dual pistols and shoot into that horde of zombies. Hopefully, if he gets all of them, Lily can shoot at the set over on the west side that are coming at us. So, 2 pistols, 2 dice. He doesn't have the extra bullets, Lily does. Okay, he got a 2 and a 6, so he got 1 hit. I'll just lay down his kills to the side so I can move his experience all at once. Now, second shot, 2 dice into the horde, a 3 and a 2. Okay, a 3 plus hits, so he's killed a second one, but the 2s are not hitting. So he's got 1 more double attack. 2 3s, okay, he's knocked out 2 more of the zombies, so his total is 4. And, ooh, nice. That gets him exactly up to 6, so we are still just under the level where the spawns are going to go up. Okay, but that was all of his actions. So Josh is next. That's orange, down here in the south building. And he is with Odin, so we can do 1 reorganized trade action, taking the plenty of shells, rather, that will help him with Ma's shotgun. So now he can re-roll his attack with the shotgun. He'll only get to make 1 attack with the shotgun, but hopefully it will be plenty. Okay, so 2 dice. 2 dice in the roller. He will kill on a 3 plus, and there's only 1 fatty in there. Ooh, he got a 5 and a 1. But the 5 does it, so he doesn't need to use the reroll. He gets 1 experience for that, and his last action is just going to be claiming the objective. So he'll have 1 now, and that gets him a total of 6 experience, which, yeah, brings him up to exactly 6. So we've got a bunch of people with precisely 6 experience, which is nice and efficient. If we can all move up on the same turn, that would be great. Actually, the only person who's not there really is Lily. And speaking of, it is now Lily's turn. Okay, so she has +1 range with her dual pistols, so she can take shots at the people 2 spaces away as well. But we want to start out with the closest, most dangerous enemy. So she has her 2 dice, and she gets a reroll thanks to her plenty of bullets. And I believe that's any time you make an attack. Yeah, just all attacks with those weapons. It says once, that means that you can only reroll it once per turn per plenty of bullets card. So, shooting at the guy in the middle. Okay, a 1 and a 5. The 5 does it. She has easily defeated 1 of them. I guess we'll count her kills over here as well, because now she's... line of sight doesn't go diagonally, it's only in straight lines. So without moving, she can shoot at the folks over on the west side now. Okay, a 6 and a 3. A 3 does it, so she's gotten 2 kills. And now she's got her last action. Let's see if we can finish off the last walker over there. 2 5s. She didn't even need her rerolls. She killed 4 walkers, and now she is at 4 experience. And this has just worked out very handily, but all of our characters are between 4 and 6 experience. Yeah, we've got 2 4s, a 5, and 3 6s, so that's very nice. We get to go through 1 more round with everything spawning at blue. Nice when it works out like that. So red was the last person in that round. Now it's time for the zombies to activate. We've cleared out the lower west side. So let's see, remember what I said about the runners. So everything moves once, including the runners. After all the zombies have activated, the runners activate a second time. So they have caught up to the other sets of zombies in each case. Now, in the targeting priority order, it's fatties and abominations, then regular walkers, then runners. So this fatty is protecting the 2 runners that are in his space from anything that isn't highly lethal. So that means our Doug can't shoot those walkers because all the bullets are going to hit the fatty in front. Likewise, we have to deal with all the walkers before we can start taking out those runners. Let's see. No sound to clean up. I forgot to put all the sound in play, but everything was visible again. So, first player token, I believe, is going to go up to, yeah, it was Wanda this time. So it's Odin going up to the top. So Odin, let's see, he could just move to the zombies. He couldn't attack them with his melee weapon right now. So that part's a bit of a bummer, but we still need to search. When you don't have something especially useful to do, searching is always going to be towards the objective right now. And if he gets a zombie, he can kill it. Never search with your last action because of that possibility. Well, he has found a non-golden kukri. Unfortunately, it's not a matched set, so he can't do a double action. But if we compare the two, they have the same stats, except the golden kukri rolls twice as many dice. The regular one only rolls 2 dice. So there's no reason for me to ever have him attack with the non-golden kukri. But it's something I could trade away to another character, like, say, Wanda, who just hasn't been able to find a good melee weapon yet. Yeah. 2 dice with 4+ is strictly better than 1 die of 4+. Okay, let's get Odin out of the building. We can have Josh finish up everything else that's inside. So just move Odin 1, 2, and let's see. Oh, Josh already picked up an objective. Well, Josh can pick up 2 objectives. That's fine. I just can't have one character pick up 3 or more than 3, because everyone needs to end up with another one by the end. But I'm certain we can find Odin something, because he's going to be on the front lines the whole time. Odin, done. Now it's Bunny G's turn. I could try running Bunny G in to try to use the baseball bat to hit the 2 runners. It's only ranged weapons where that targeting priority is a thing. If you're in the space with them, you can target what you want. The problem is he could slippery his way back out, but then he would definitely be in range for the runners to make him miserable next turn. So really, I want to be 2 spaces away from the runners. So if he moves inside and he just takes both of the things that are inside, yeah, take objective isn't limited to 1 a turn. It's only search that's limited, right? Yeah. Yeah. So he can move inside and take both of the markers in that building. And then next turn, if, say, he and Josh are in there, or not Josh, Doug, if he and Doug are in the building, the runners will separate from the fatty and they can kill the runners. So he moves in. He's going to take the objective, which gives him 5 experience and a pimp weapon. So he has gone from 4 to 9. The marker was kind of between the 3 and the 4, so I think it was at a 4. So now he's in yellow. All spawns from this point forward are going to be no longer at the blue stage. Pimp weapon, so he gets a red card. What's he got? Ooh, an automatic shotgun. So range 0 or 1, it's a shotgun, so it uses shells, just like Ma's shotgun. 3 dice, kills on a 4+, and has lethality 2. So this can deal with the the fatty. Hey, so now he's got a good melee and a good ranged weapon for him. And because he leveled up to yellow, he has +1 action. Right, get additional abilities. That said, the things he could do with it would basically be go back out into danger. And I've always also said never search with your last action, because you get really unlucky and a zombie eats you. So he is going to do nothing with his last action, unfortunately. Let's see, Doug is next. Okay, we are back at it with Doug's turn, and now Doug has plenty of people to shoot at, but he also needs to make sure to move at least once to get away from those runners that are flanking him on both sides. But he can definitely shoot towards the horde of walkers, at least, even if the fatty's protecting the ones to the north. So he's got his 2 dice, and I think we want to shoot twice and then move in with Bunny G, basically. That's the only real safe direction for him to go. So, shot number 1 at the walkers. We got a 1 and a 5. He doesn't get rerolls, he gets the 3+, so he's got 1 of them down. Second attack. 2-1. He's completely missed. And his third action needs to be retreating into the building. So he only got one zombie out of the way. And he has also entered yellow now. He's at 7. And that means he's got... Well, I forgot something. Because he killed that one, he gets his fourth action unlocked. So we can take one more shot before he goes into the building. Leveled up mid-turn there. Okay, so third attack on the set of zombies. 4 and a 5. So targeting priority hits the walkers. And now he's up to 9. Okay, and his fourth action is to retreat into the building. So we did thin them out quite a bit. Doug's turn ends. Up next is Josh, who is inside the building. Josh does already have an objective, but we're just going to go through and collect everything else out of this building. So 1, he collects his second objective, but that said, somebody's going to have to collect more than one, because 6 characters, 9 objectives. I do believe, do we actually have to collect all 9 objectives, or do we just need one for each person? Just get an objective with each survivor. So we don't actually have to get all 9, but each person has to get 1. Okay, so we moved here, grabbed an objective, which gives him another 5, so now he's up to 11, and has unlocked his fourth action. Okay, now he moves, one more space to where the pimp weapon is, and he uses his new fourth action to collect a new weapon. So what has he picked up? Oh, he's got a gun blade, which looks very similar to Ma's shotgun in appearance. In fact, it's also got dual modes. Let's take a closer look. Uses pistol ammo. So it's got a ranged mode up top, 2 dice, 4 plus lethality 2, and a melee mode on the bottom, 4 dice, 4 plus, but it's at least silent. So, interesting. Is it better? Well, the melee side is much better, 4 dice at 4 plus versus 1 die at 3 plus. But the gun portion of it is worse. So he's basically got a shotgun. I mean, it is strictly way, way better than the fire axe. So we're going to displace the fire axe from his hand. Notably, that it won't allow him to open buildings, but maybe we can give that to someone else who can hold it in their offhand. Or we can simply rely on Wanda to open the doors. But yeah, shotgun and gunblade. Okay, Josh did all 4 of his things. Now Lily with 2 eyes is up next. And she's got her long-range dual pistols with plenty of bullets. Let's see if we can finish off these 2 runners that are right in front of her. Okay, so 2 dice, and we've got re-rolls for these weapons. Okay, a 2 and a 1. Let's use that plenty of bullets. So once during this attack, we can just replace the roll with a new one. This is red in there. Now we've got a 3 and a 5, which, that's going to hit both runners and eliminate them. 2 experience for Lily, and she's up to 6. And that was only 1 action because she's got rerolls, and rerolls are big. She does have max range to shoot, but the fatty would resist this level of weapon. So we need to get Lily somewhere that she can start. Well, she needs to loot. Problem is, there's a door right there, but the spawner is right next to it, and sometimes they rush or get like a double activation or something. This one's already open, but it is also right next to a spawner. That said, this one is safer than most of the other ones, and if we can just clear it out and run out of the building, pimp weapon in the back, maybe she can get something to replace her 2 pistols. They're good in dual wield, but they're not that good. So move her twice. She at least has enough to deal with walkers and runners, but she can't bust her way out of the building. That is too unsafe. maybe we'll go this way. We'll have to deal with the spawn. But Josh, who just got rid of his fire axe. Wanda's going last, but she would at least be in position to open the door next turn. I don't want to open the door even with Wanda as the last action here. Well, she could go 3, open the door, and then step back. That seems decent enough. We can have Lily stay a space away. From right there, she can shoot at anything that spawns on the number 1 spawner next round. She shot her pistols, took 1 move, and we're going to do nothing for the last one. And then last up is Wanda, who is currently in a building, but because she can sprint, she can get all the way over to there, open the door, and then we can see what happens after that. So sprint. Use crowbar to open door. And we need to perform 1 spawn to see what's in the back. And it's a runner, exactly one of the things I was worried about. We are up to yellow now, thanks to a couple of our people leveling up. But on this card, that still only translates to 1 runner spawning. So that runner could reach where Wanda is now. Let's just move Wanda back 1 space for protection. That runner should get out of the building, and if it does reach us up here via some kind of double activation, then Wanda can take the hit instead of Lily. Our adults have 3 hit points, and our children only have 2. Okay. Wanda was the last one to activate this round, so it's time for the zombies to go. So they all get their first action, and then the runners get the second action. This time, runners... I didn't put all the noise things on the board for that, but now that they've got line of sight 1 into a building, they're going to switch directions and go after the people in that building. And he doesn't get an extra action. Okay, now it is time to spawn for the end of the round. So starting with the number 1, we've got 4 walkers. Remember, it's the yellow one. Now we've got a fatty rush. So up in the top corner over there, we've got 3 fatties, and then they immediately activate, which just means that they're going to come forward a space. Yeah, the rushes are most dangerous when you're in a building, as long as you're not at the edges of the maps. And the last one is walkers, but we've got 8 of them this time. Handful, and then 2 more. Okay, we've got a little bit of a horde coming down from the bottom. 3 more fatties up in the northeast. The west side, at least, is something we can handle. Let's see. Between purple and green, they do not have something that's going to get them out the back door of that building. You do not understand what I am doing, unlike Aurora. And you've got your butt straight in the camera, so I can't use this anyway. Cats are supposed to be light on their feet. Why do you knock over everything? Persuaded Felix to stand next to me. Hopefully. He will stay off the board, because he, unlike his sister, just kicks pieces all over the place. Cats are supposed to be light on their feet. He is not. We finished spawning everything. So cleanup phase, I didn't put the noise tokens down on the board. So the first player token goes down 1 to Bunny G. And I was just commenting that neither of the people in that building have a item that can bust open the back door for them to get out past that fatty. So Doug has a bit of an issue. At least Bunny G has 1 use of Slippery per turn as a kid. But Doug is going to have to use extra movement to get away from that fatty just outside the door. Or he can hide in the back and let Odin come up. Odin's last this turn. But I think it's reasonable for Odin to believe that with the golden kukri and 5 dice, one of them is going to get that coin flip and save everyone else. Okay, Bunny G picked up, oh, right, automatic shotgun. We may not have a door opener, but we've got a lethal 2 weapon. Thank you, Felix. Okay, Bunny G, let's just get these attacks started. Baseball bat, against the runners in the room. Okay, a 3 and a 4, and that is enough. So, runners already toast. Bunny G making his way up the ranks towards higher weapons. And now Bunny G has that automatic shotgun and the extra action, but 3 dice. We need a 4+. It has enough lethality to take out the fatty. So shooting out the window. 3, 4, and 1. One of those was a hit, so he's removed the fatty from the board and got 1 more. Now he's got 2 actions left, a shotgun and a baseball bat. A whole bunch of fatties coming around the corner, so I kind of want him to either be in the space at the end of his turn. Let's perform 1 search. We still need at least 2 more food. So, search action with number 3, and he's found a katana. A katana that can be dual-wielded, but Doug has the ability that makes that completes the set automatically. Katana is a nice melee weapon, though. 2 dice, hits on a 4+, is silent. It's actually worse than the baseball bat he's already got. The only advantage to the katana is that it can be dual-wielded, so basically doubling the stats. We're going to hold on to that for maybe someone else, and he will end his turn by leaving the now empty building. Doug is up next, and Doug should also start his turn by searching. Perhaps come out onto the street and get ready to start blasting at the horde of zombies. But he gets 1 search on his turn, and he has found... well, he found a katana. And because Doug has matching set, we search the deck until we find another katana. Yep, I've already, at the beginning of the game, I reshuffled the deck because he had his pistol and I had to go find a second one. I wonder if there's only the 2 katanas. Yeah, there are only the 2 katanas in here. But I'm not seeing another katana. So I guess that means he can't find another one. I've got to give this another reshuffle. But that's okay. We'll just have him step outside with Bunny G and maybe it's fine. We'll end up trading the other katana, looks like, to Bunny G. And that's going to work out. Okay. Okay. Shuffling after Doug's search. So, second action, we'll move out with Bunny G, and we will do our trade action, which will give both of the katanas over to Bunny G. We'll take the automatic shotgun, which I believe is better, although it's not a dual-wielding weapon, and he'll put the other pistol just into his back pocket. The katanas go over to Bunny G, and now 4 dice at 4+ is better than 2 dice at 1+. So Bunny G is dual-wielding katanas, and he's also lucky. Okay, Doug has 1 more action. Now, Doug has the automatic shotgun and an extra pistol. The auto shotgun does not need to reload between shots. Sweet. And now he's only got 1 more action. I don't want to move him closer to either horde at the moment, so we're just going to stay right where he is. Doug done. Josh is up next. Josh is still in the building, so he needs to get out. 1, 2. And let's see. None of his weapons can be used beyond his current range. If he moves to there, he could maybe do some slice and dicing next turn. Even if the Walker Horde double moves towards him, he'll be able to do a lot about that. So his 3 moves are just moves. Lily with 2 eyes has her pistols and a max range bonus. She doesn't have her extra action yet, but hopefully she'll have earned it by the time she is finished shooting, starting with the runner, who's much more dangerous, and then the walkers are behind it. So runner first. She has rerolls. She got 1 hit. That's all she needs. So she has gotten her level up to 7 experience. Gets that extra action. Now she still has 3 actions to go, and with her range boost, her pistols can fire all the way out to the walkers on the far end. Let's go. Okay, she got a 2 and a 4. I think I'll re-roll with the plenty of bullets. She can do it once per attack. I think I can get 2 hits here. It's another 2 and a 4, so she only got 1. Just lay them down and count what she can get. Okay, third action, shooting those zombies again. A 2 and a 3, let's take a reroll. Now a 4 and a 1. Can't get more than 1 kill each attack. And now her new 4th action. Let's shoot at those 2 zombies who are left. A 3 and a 4. This time she got both. So in total, she eliminated all 4 of the walkers that were in that space. So she goes up from 7 up to 11. Now she's shooting out in the lead. But she's done all of her actions. Now it's Wanda who is sitting 1 below her next level. She does have the crowbar. I was thinking I needed to open a door for them. But we've basically emptied out that building. Wanda already has hers. Let's just take a look over at our little players. So Odin up top still needs his objective. So does Doug. So does Lily. And we still need a bunch of food. Okay, so Wanda, I don't want to have Wanda take the objective from this building. I think we'll try to have Lily do that. But Wanda needs a weapon. So let's have Wanda sprint into that building. Let's do a search first. Actually, if she searches first, she won't be able to get back out. Let's take the pimp weapon, and we're probably going to come back out of that building again. So Wanda gets her red weapon. Oh, back to the main camera. Oh, I did not think that the red ones could have a ARG on them. That's a terrible pimp weapon card. Okay, so we put a walker in the zone with her, and she does have, I was doing that instead of a search. Okay, so with the one she's got left, yeah, she's going to have to use the crowbar to defend herself. Now that we're not going back into that building, I think I can just leave my die roller right there. 1 die, 4+. Get him and level up. Hey, we got a 4. As a result of that, she goes up to 7. She gets her 4th action unlocked. Great, now she still has 1 more action. But I still don't want to have her search because of what just happened. So she can sprint. I suppose I could have her open one of the doors in the back. I think I should have her sprint towards this building, because opening up the one will unlock 2 objectives, and maybe we just never open that last building, because I don't need to collect every objective to win. But I think it'll be best to have her just start sprinting up in that direction. Okay, that's looking good. And Odin gets the last laugh in this round, although the fatty we were going to have him go after got shotgunned now. So he still needs to pick up an objective. I believe he was the one that we were planning to have go this way. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a good thing that he can take. Let's see, if we took... Yeah, all of his weapons only have 1 range, so if we went there, switched, and take a shot, that won't be helpful right now. Lily's good with that. Not Odin. Odin is melee, but I don't want him... 3 would just get him into the crowd, and then he'd get torn apart. I could move him to the building, and even if they get a double activation, they'll just be in with him, and he can always use Slippery next turn to get out of it. So he's just as close as the as Josh is right now, and maybe they'll split the horde. I would be okay with that. So he was the last one to go. Now it is the zombies' turn, so they all get their activation. The walker horde just moves forward 1 space, and the fatty brigade has moved up to that intersection. And they all now have clearly visible targets right next to them. So we do our spawning, and this is where the surprises come out. Starting with the west, we've got a fatty rush, and we are in yellow, so we've got 2 fatties who spawn and then immediately get to activate, so they move forward a space. Up in the east, we've got runners were on yellow, so we get 4 of them. Since we've already dealt with a few, I've got some standing by outside of the box. And they don't get to go right away. And then in the south, behind the walkers, we've got an extra activation for all walkers. This is one of those things I was afraid of. Extra activation. It does nothing if you're in blue, but we're in yellow. And the only walkers are the groups that are right next to us. There are equal distance. I believe the horde is going to split with half of them going after one, half going after the other. I'll just check. Yep, it doesn't explicitly say, but when there isn't line of sight, they go towards the noisiest one and they'll split. They'll split if there are 2 different paths of equal distance to their target, and they have 2 that they both have line of sight on. So I think the horde would split because they have 2 equally valid targets, and typically they split in that situation. So 4 went to Josh and 4 went to Odin, but no new walkers spawned in that phase. So we're back onto cleanup time. Doug now has the first player marker. I forgot again to put any noise tokens down. Let's move those a little bit closer so I remember. Maybe I'll stack them on the board. So they're in front of me instead of below me. Okay, next round. So Doug is going. Doug has a lethality 2 shotgun, an auto shotgun, and we really want to take out those fatties. I believe that Josh, with his various gun blades and whatnot, can handle the group over there. This group, we don't really have someone who can deal with it, but they're just going to run away. So, auto shotgun against the 3 fatties. This is, 3 dice, kills on 4+. 4, 3, 4. So that is 2 kills. Let's lay them down because we're about to take another shot to get the last one. Auto shotgun does not need to be reloaded. 4, 4, 6. That roll would have taken them all out the first time. We did get all 3 fatties, and fatties are worth just as much as a regular zombie. Only the abomination is worth more. So 3 experience to Doug. Goes from 9 to 12. And he's taken 2 actions. He still has 2 more. It only has range up to 1, so he couldn't take a shot at the horde of runners over there. And we do still need rice. Let's see, Doug has a pistol hidden in his backpack, but nothing that can open a door. The other one who's hiding a door opener is Josh, so I guess we're relying on Wanda for that. Well, he can move 2. I could... Let's see, Felix moved that earlier. I could move over to there. If the runners get a second activation, they could come at us. That could be a problem. I don't want to shoot into the space with Josh because any misses hit Josh and I could easily kill him. I could put Doug back in the building and try searching right next to him. That's at least doing something useful. It is searching with his last action, but Bunny G will be able to go before the end of the round and save him using those twin katanas. So, search action. A dangerous one. And he's found a machete. Machete, of which there are very, very, very many of duplicates in the deck. Because he has a matching set, anything he finds that does have a different option, he gets to pull the second one. So the machete, how does that compare with the katana? It only has 1 die, hits on a 3+, but does have lethality 2. So the machetes could be used to attack a fatty. So he has filled up everything that he could possibly have. We could put the machetes in his hands instead. That'd be a nice thing for Bunny G to have. He could swap between katanas to machetes if he wants to take out a fatty. Not a bad setup. And he's done his 4 actions. And he's relatively safe. Josh is up next. He is surrounded by zombies. So he could, because there's no one else in his space, he can use ranged weapons against the enemies in his space. So what's the best attack against just regular zombies? I don't need everything's lethality too. Let's see, 4 dice at 4+ with the Gunblade's melee attack. Versus, say, the shotgun has the best ranged attack, 2 dice at 3+. But just 4 dice at 4+. Let's just roll as many dice as possible. And you can do this up to 4 times. This is the Gunblade's melee attack, so I don't have to worry about reloading. He needs a 4+, and we're just slicing up the walkers right next to us. 3, 4, 4, 5. You got 3 of them with that first attack. Nice. Maybe we'll use Ma's shotgun for the second one. Just use the ranged attack so that he's more likely to kill with 2 rolls at 3+. I don't know if this is actually better. But he got a 3 and a 6. He very much got that last one as well. So the 4 walkers are off the board using 2 attacks, so he's got 2 actions left. And he gets his 4 experience up from 11 to 15. Now he's close to getting to the orange level of experience, so we got to watch that. 2 more movements. The runners are a bit dangerous. I want to get our friend up towards the other side. I could move him into the building, have him swap the fire axe into the second hand. Oh, we'll just have Wanda open the other door for him. We'll move up, I just don't want him in range of all those zombies. Okay, I'm trusting Odin can handle his own with the crazy attacks he's got going on. So Josh Dunn, Lily with 2 eyes is next, but she only has regular pistols, nothing that can take out those fatties. And the plan was for her to get in there, the fatty rush, but Odin's going to get that one. We don't need the one from that building, we can just take the 2 from the end buildings. So I'm okay moving her forward towards the other buildings. So 2 actions to get there. She does have her 4th action unlocked. I just don't want her within 2 moves of the horde of runners. If I go to unlock, there's 1 door on this side of the building and 2 doors over there. There's no doors on the back wall that we can't really see very well. Let's see, if there wasn't a monster spawner right here, I would just shift the whole board over now that the other side's more relevant. But the spawner and the zombies it produces are very important. I was thinking maybe I open that door first so the zombies that spawn right there are just going to spill out onto the street. I think Lily is good where she is because she can shoot at pretty much most directions. Actually, if I was here, if I just rely on Wanda opening that door, I may end up shooting Josh if stuff comes up. Well, maybe Bunny just comes in and protects us if that's the case. We'll move to, let's get another search action. We still need 2 more food. And she found a Molotov. Sweet. Discard to eliminate all actors in targeted zone, which includes survivors, but also abominations. We finally have an abomination counter. And she can only search once per turn, so we'll just skip her last action. Wanda. Wanda who can open doors. So I could move 3, open up that door right now. No, I specifically relied on her to open the door on the other side. So we'll move into the building with the others. We'll all say hi. She's got her 4th action, so I can get her 1 search, and then she can have, potential if there's a zombie ambush in there. Which there was. A walker comes into the zone. Great. Hello. So I do have the ability to trade with one of the other survivors. So I could take, well, the 2 pistols aren't that great, but I could take the Gunblade from our good friend Josh. And that has 4 dice at 4+. Pretty good. Melee attack, you can actually target people. So she'll still have the crowbar equipped, because these are both one-handed things. So 3rd action was a trade, and 4th action she gets to Gunblade. So 4 dice, kills on a 4+. And all of them were 4+ here. So she easily kills that 1 walker that she spawned, gets an experience out of it, all the way up to 8. Okay, so she moved in, searched, traded, and attacked, and she didn't open the door. The zombie ambush messed up my plan. Who's got the other one? Wanda has 1. Well, the person that I traded with they get to do a free reorganize after you trade stuff with them. So he has his fire axe equipped at least. And since they're going in a row, they're like the latter half cleanup on my board. Orange, red, blue. So Josh can open the door on his way out next turn. Yeah, that's in the right spot. Okay, Wanda done. Odin is second to last here, and now he can deal with, using the golden kukri, deal with all of the walkers in the space with him. He is still in the blue area, so no extra action, but he does get the 5th die from his regular. So 4+ will kill. And we got 2 that were 4+. So he's got 2 kills from the first attack, and that boosts him from 5 to 7, so he has unlocked his 4th action. Okay. And we need to just keep attacking until we've saved him. Made him safe anyway, so 2nd action, attack again. And we've got plenty of dice in there to finish off the other 2 walkers. Okay. He has cleared the decks. And he gets 2 more experience. 7 up to 9. And he still has 2 actions. So he can claim his bonus, his objective, not bonus. And that gives him 5 more, so he shoots up to 14. Let's see, I don't want to go really grab the... He's already got a great pimp weapon for what he needs to do. We need to just start moving him towards the exit with everyone else. He could search, but especially when he's alone, I don't want him to search with his last action. He's too close to this, but he's slippery, so even if it spawns and like double activates, he can get away from it next turn, or just kill it. Odin done. Bunny G is up next. Dual-wielding katanas. If only he had... He could get up to the runners, but I don't want him to simply slice with 1 action and then get killed by any leftovers. If I moved him into the building and searched, that's truly the last action of the turn, and a surprise ambush would just mess with us. I suppose I just prep him for the next rounds. We're planning to get either that door or that door open. If I simply move him up to there... You know what, he's got good weapons. Let's just do more searching with Doug. Go back into the building, get 1 search down, and he can deal with any remainder. And he has found a chainsaw. Well, that's useful. Chainsaw, melee weapon, 5 dice, hits on a 5+, lethality 2. Well, right now he's got 4 dice that hit on a 4+. I think it's strictly better than the chainsaw, but the chainsaw can open doors, so it's definitely something to hold on to at least. And I could, this is a good opportunity. Let's reorganize and trade with Doug, who's right next to us. So we'll give Doug the chainsaw. Now he's just holding 2 pistols, but not using either one. So Doug can have the chainsaw in one hand, and we'll move those 2 machetes up to Bunny G so that he's got a more lethal weapon should he need it in the future. And we're just going to stop him there so that the runners don't come after us. Ending that turn, ending the round. So now, zombie phase, they each activate, move forward by 1. Runners get to move forward. Runners get to move forward 1, then they move forward 1 again. Right? They don't have a... it's not like moving 2 twice, is it? They move twice as fast as runners. Yes, okay. Yeah, they have 2 actions every time they're activated. The second movement is from the second action. They don't just get to move 2 with each action. Good. They're not hyperspeed runners. So they simply move forward 1 and again. Okay, now spawning time. Starting with the west side, we've got, still in yellow, a fatty rush. 2 fatties spawn and then immediately get to move forward by 1. So we have more of them over there. East side, a walker rush. 6 walkers spawn and then immediately get to move forward by 1. 6. And then they slide in behind the runners. And south side, the one that I'm worried about, is it's an extra activation for all runners. This is what I was worried about. So yellow, it activates, and now all of those runners who didn't have line of sight on anyone before, we're just going towards the most noise, which was technically this building, but now they've got line of sight, so they activate this way. And now, with their second activation, they see that there are people next door to them. Well, they are within line of sight and closer, so their horde jumps into the building with us. But we didn't get attacked. And that's why I keep 4 spaces away from runners. But that is interesting. It does say 1 extra activation, but I assume that the runners get 2 action points per activation. So I'm sure that's how it works. Okay, we have done all of their stuff, so we're back to the cleanup phase. I forgot to use the noise yet again. And Josh is going first this time. Josh, who is going to open the door with the fire axe, which is a noisy operation. And yeah, the noise is going to start becoming more important when, like, the fatties don't know what they're going after. So I think this is the first time it's really going to be important. So when my door bust open markers. First action was go to there. Second action is out here. He doesn't have anything with a range of 2. I was wanting to open the door from that end, but I suppose I can just go in and out from, and just sort of protect from right here. Yeah, Wanda can just get there and open the door 2 actions on her turn, and it's easy. Josh, if I simply moved him forward 1, he could take a Maz shotgun blast, a single one, at the group of walkers, which wouldn't be terrible. But, and then that allows Wanda to come up and just open the door next to us, where we could immediately be swarmed by those guys. Yeah, safer play. We've been doing pretty well health-wise. Let's not take a big risk. So he just opens the door and then moves 3 out to there. Josh is done. Now the fatties can see someone. And Lily with 2 eyes is next. Now she could... She's slippery, so she could simply walk out even if a zombie spawned. We still need to find those supplies. No, she's going to move out, and then she's going to start using her 2 range pistols to shoot into that horde of walkers. If she gets every shot, then she will just manage to kill all 6 of them. So, use her ability. Now, 2 pistols, she's got the ammo for re-rolls. So, a 4 and a 5. First 2 down. Third action. A 6 and a 2. Reroll. I'm trying to get both, and each die is likely to hit. 6 and a 5. That's 2 more. And her last action. Shoot at the last 2. Can she make a clean sweep of it? 2 3s, which hits on these pistols. So if she did make a clean sweep of it, she got all 6 of the walkers. Hit on every shot. Nice job, Lily 2 Eyes. Okay, and her experience goes up from 11 to 17. And let's see, the threshold for the orange level is 19. So she's close to it, but we're not at the next level yet. She's done all 4 actions. Did a great job with them. Now Wanda is up. Wanda's got the gunblade and the crowbar. Let's open that door. So 1, 2... We'll open this one first. Let's see what the zombies are doing. After we know what that is, Josh can maybe jump in on the next turn. But she's got enough actions to get out of the way in case we need to. So, second action. Use the crowbar to pry the door open. We've got 2 spawns to resolve. Also better to get these while they're still yellow and not orange. So the furthest one first is an abomination. With the abominations, I'm still sticking with the normal rule abominations. So not using any of the special ones that are within the 2nd edition base game. There's a little abomination deck that you can shuffle and draw one. Still not feeling ready for that one. Maybe next game I'll start using those. And I've got so much Zombicide in here that I can start using the extra expansion ones at some point. He's a basic abomination, which means that only a lethality 3 thing can kill it, and the only thing that we've got is the Molotov carried by Lily that kills everything in its space. The abomination can't be killed by anything else, and he also gives 5 action adrenaline points to whoever kills him. But we've got a second card to draw, and it is a Walker Rush. Spawn, then activate 5 walkers. Oh, they're going to be in her space. Okay, well, there's our 5 walkers, and they activate, and they've come right out the door. Of course, it was the near one. But that was her second action. Now she's got a gunblade, so this is going to backfire on them. We're just going to use the melee mode so it's quiet. And yeah, 4 dice. Kills on a 4+. She's just going to try to clear out all those walkers. Save herself. Action number 3. 2-2-1, so she got 1 kill on the first one. And this is her last action. 4 dice. Come on, let's carve a few more. Right, Aurora? 1-1-3-6. She got 2 kills with the gunblade. 1 per swing. Okay. Her experience goes up from 8 to 10. Whoa! Hey, kitty. You don't need to do... Yeah, she knows I can't reach her on the far side. Goes around and attacks me from the front. Aren't you? Yeah. Come on. I don't know why you like to run in circles when what you want to do is just go right back to the chair you were on. I guess she does the lap around the board to let me know that she's there, because I clearly was not looking at her. Okay. That finishes up Wanda's turn. 2 gunblade attacks. Still 3 zombies there. Now it is Odin. Odin, who can come to help. Ooh. Odin could also go in and help out our, well, Bunny G with his lucky katanas. Almost certainly has that covered. Yep, as soon as I'm not looking at her. Go back to your seat. Go on. You know I want you to do that. But if I try to pick her up, she backs off. How about you go back to your normal sitting spot? Is that acceptable? No? You can probably hear her purring too. If I try to pick her up, she's going to move everything in front of her. Are you coming? Lap only. Lap number 2. Okay. So, Odin's turn. We could have him go help with the runners, or he can run 3 and then take 1 kukri slash at the folks right in front of Wanda. The one I don't think... Really? You're going for a 3rd time? Around the board, and... Yes? Ooh. Well, this time I'm just going to ignore you. Ignore me, will you? Go on, lay down right there off the board. Okay. I don't think there's an Abomination Rush where he can get an extra activation. That would be so extremely unique for a card, like extra activation Abominations, when most of the time there probably won't be one on the board. But I worry that relying on our Molotov to help us when we have other survivors in the zone. That said, Wanda's already there, and Wanda's not going to get to go again. So we may as well take that risk. We're already taking that risk. Moves up there. He's got his 5 dice kukri. Kills on 4+. We got 1 shot at these walkers. We got a 4, a 5, and a 3 won't cut it. So he's gotten 2 of them. Okay, he goes from 14 up to 16. And that's the end of his turn. He simply left us alone now. Okay, Bunny G's turn. Bunny, Katana Man, is going to try to clear out the runners from right next to him. So each katana gives him 2 dice. 4 total. Kills on a 4+. Because it's a melee thing, we don't have to worry about friendly fire. And yeah, that's good. So 4 dice, 4 targets. We got 2. There's no... Well, he is lucky. He could do a reroll on each action, but I'll take the 2. That's the expected value. And he's got plenty more attacks to go. So second attack. Okay, this time we got a 1, 2, 3, and a 5. We'll use his lucky to re-roll it. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we still only got one more with that attack. Okay, third attack with the dual katanas. A 3, 3, 4, 5. So that one finished it off with a little bit to spare. So we killed all 4 of the runners. And he gets 4 more experience, going from, I think he was on 12 up to 16. Yep. Nobody's got their orange abilities yet. So, I think it would be safe to do another search unless the thing that comes out is an abomination. I wasn't really considering abominations. Well, no, a search won't give you an abomination. The search bad thing is just a walker. So yeah, let's have him search for his 4th action. Doug is coming up next and can use the chainsaw on whatever comes out. He's got canned food. Excellent. We have our second thing. That said, he's going to have to discard his baseball bat because his backpack is full. And if we somehow had enough of these that we could do discards, discard canned food to gain 3 AP. Oh, okay, nice. And that can be done from the backpack. We have 2 food between Wanda and Bunny G now. He's done. Over to Doug. He's got his 4 actions. This time, ooh, he could go up and chainsaw. Well, we'll search first, then move 2 over and chainsaw. We're gonna attack this abomination together. Okay, so search first. Blue card is canned food. Okay, we've got. Yep, he doesn't need to discard his dual pistols for that, at least not yet. So if we all escape, we've cleared the second objective. Clear the first objective, Doug and Lily still need to claim an objective 1 apiece. There was an objective right... Katie moved it. It's like, that building's supposed to have 2. Where'd it go? That's my plan. Okay, he searched. We'll move 2, and let's see if he can use his chainsaw to knock that down. Chainsaw is loud. So 5 dice, but it only kills on a 5+. I have to get lucky with the chainsaw. But I did. 2 6s and a 5. The 3s don't hit, but we still got the 3 kills already. Okay, got 3 kills. Goes from 12 to 15. Yep, we're averaging pretty high up. The only person who's low is 10. Everyone else is like 15 to 17. So we're getting that nice, even distribution of kills again. We'll all jump up at the same time at the end. Doug has finished. That was his last thing. And Doug was the last one to go in the round, so now the zombies get to go. This time the fatties see Josh and no one else, so they go that direction. These just move up. And the abomination moves from the closest path, shortest path to anyone. Now, it's all about, are the spawns going to mess us up? I can't imagine it moving that abomination onto our space. So, start with the west side. It's another abomination. And this one we don't, because we're going to expend the Molotov. We won't have any way to deal with this one. That's an uh-oh. On the east side, we've got walkers, 6 of them. They don't get to bonus act. And on the south side, we've got a fatty rush, but there's only 1 fatty in this rush. So he spawns and then he moves forward 1 space. Going well. So now the cleanup. Well, the sound tokens didn't end up being important after all. And first action goes to Lily, which is great because she's got a Molotov and a perfect target for it. So she moves 1 space over. We are going to use the Molotov. Yep, hold that up there. So range of exactly 1. Can't Molotov your own space. Yep, discard from hand. Okay, so I have to equip it first. That's a bit of a pain. So I move over 1. I'm going to have to use 1 action to just put this into my hand, so swap out a pistol. Then discard it. Eliminate all actors in the targeted zone. So she discards it, and that burns away the abomination. And abominations are worth 5 points when you kill them. So Lily is our first person up into orange, going from 17 to 22. And she unlocks either an extra die on ranged attacks or sprint. which would let her move really, really fast. I'm going to take the extra die on ranged attacks. She's kind of our sniper here. And I have to re-equip the second pistol, which kind of stinks. Well, instead of just re-equipping the other pistol, I mean, it's a reorganized trade action, let's trade with Doug, because Doug has all of the pistols in the world, and now she has all of the pistols in the world. Well, yeah, that's fine. So reorganize with that. So we've used all of her actions, and next turn she can simply go inside and collect an objective and be on her way towards the end. But that ends her turn. Wanda is next. Wanda unlocked the doors. There's another door on the other side that she could unlock. Maybe she goes for the pimp weapon in the back. Her gunblade is lethal enough to try to take out the fatties. So she could move over here and just, let's see. Yeah, it's lethality 2 and doesn't require a reload. So let's be defensive there. First action, sprint over to here. And now gunblade. Ranged attack is only 2 dice. Kills on a 4+. And it is noisy. Although everyone can see them at this point. So 2 dice. A 3 and a 4. So she got one of them with the first attack. Make another attack, more noise. 2 dice, 4+, we got a 5. So she got both of them. Yeah, the range is only out to range 1. So she can't hit the guys further down the street. But 2 more experience for her, up to 12. And now she has 1 more action. She's not close enough to attack, like open any of the doors or attack anything specific. I don't need to search anymore. I just need to collect the objectives and get out, so we're pretty close. I'm tempted to simply just set her on the exit, and then she could just leave right now. But she's got that fancy gunblade. Let's hold on to it. I'm going to leave her in place. She's 2 activations from anyone, so she can provide reinforcements. Josh is going to open that door. We're not going to touch the last building, so simply stay in place. Okay, over to Odin, who doesn't need any more weapons, is also in a fairly good position. Let's see. Nope, he can't open the door. He could claim a pimp weapon crate just to do it, but he really doesn't need to do other things, so we'll move him to... He's inside the building. Oh, no, that was Lily. For yellow. Well, let's just move him over with Wanda. He's close enough that he can get out at the end of his turn if he needs to, and he can provide assistance. Okay, Bunny G. He's the farthest from the exit right now. He needs to just start running. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Yeah, Bunny G has already got his objective. The 2 that need objectives are the 2 still in that space. So he simply ran. Now Doug. Doug has a shotgun and a chainsaw. He can help himself out. But 1, 2, 3. And his 4th action, he'll claim the objective over there. And that boosts him from 15 to 20. So he gets his orange skill. What are we going to select? An extra die ranged would be great, considering he's got a shotgun. Or a free combat action. I'll take a better combat action than a free one. At least for the moment. Okay. So Doug is done. Josh is going to end the turn. Use Fire Axe, which is noisy, to open this door. And let's see. He has Ma's shotgun. It doesn't have range 2 to attack the fatties from safety. So I can move him inside, collect a pimp weapon, and he doesn't need the Fire Axe anymore. So that's 1, 2, just pick up the pimp weapon, which it turns out those can be ambushes as well. So, okay, ooh, he's got an army sniper rifle. Range of 1 to 4. Roll 2 dice, kills on a 3+, lethality 2. That is an excellent ranged weapon. Last action, we'll just move him back out onto the street, because he can snipe the fatties from afar with that thing. And that's the end of this round. Everyone gets to do 1 activation, so they all they all just move forward by 1, including the horde over on the east. And the first player marker goes to Wanda. Lily's going to be acting last, but she can't quite get out because she has to use an action to collect that. So we're not ending this turn, but maybe next turn we'll have all the objectives we need. Wanda is first. Wanda has a gunblade, so she has enough lethality to kill those fatties. 2 dice, 4+. Oh, I forgot to clean up the noise tokens because I am making more of them. Okay, she got a 4 and a 3. That kills one of the fatties. And we're just going to shoot from this location. 5 and a 6. Other one is gone. She gets her 2 points, up to 14. And from there, she could sprint and like try to take a shot at someone. Just stay in the safety. Stay in the safety of where you currently are, and we'll all get out next turn. So Wanda ends. Odin is next. I don't even want Odin to do anything. They're safe and by the exit. Skips his whole turn. Same thing for Bunny G. Katana's not useful at the moment. Skip his turn. Doug. Doug can make his way towards the exit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's out on the street, but not quite to the exit. The exit is literally 1 space that way. 1 space to the north of them, so they'll be able to get out. And after Doug is Josh. Josh has an automatic shotgun and a chainsaw. We'll just move him to the protection space. And Lily. Lily has the last important things for this round. 2 to get to there, 3 to collect the objective marker. She gets her 5 experience. She's all the way up to 27. I think she's the leader. Yep. And 4th action, she gets outside. All we have to do is get everyone to the exit and we win. We're really close. Lily was the last one to act that round, so now all of the zombies get to go. The abomination is in sight. The fatty, we can choose which direction he goes because it's equal distance, and the walkers just move up. And hopefully our last set of spawns. Okay, starting with the 1, we're in orange now, so 4 walkers. 4 walkers spawn on spawn zone 1. Stand up. Okay, next one on the east side. It's an extra activation for all fatties. There's only 1 on the board. He's joined the abomination. They can watch us sail to victory together. And on the south side, it is runners. 3 of them. Okay. Now we get to we clean up the noise. The first player marker moves over 1 to Odin. And now let's double check the rules for leaving the level, but I'm pretty sure it's just as long as you are in that space and there are no zombies in it. Then reach the exit with all survivors. Any survivor may escape through this zone at the end of their turn as long as there are no zombies in it. So our entire player phase, I don't need to go one by one. He escapes. They all escape. Because they were all next to the survivor zone. And we win. Okay, that went pretty well. We had maybe 1 tight spot, but we were pretty much in front of it most of the time, I think. Yep, I only had 1 major rules hiccup, which was because I was playing Deep Rock Galactic last time. I started spawning, doing the zombie activations after the first player's turn. That would have been a bit unbalanced. So, we've finished today's game. A nice, relatively quick game of Zombicide. Got through that pretty fast. And that was good. We are victorious. We move on to the next mission next time. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.